Granny used to tell me all the time, sparks when faith and preparation combine. The road been right here all this time, but you gotta look with more than your eyes. And the small axe Jesse Ryle representing for I Just Star Mindset, rich forever.
and I want ya know me. I see the wonder way the white boy them know me, and I want ya know me. Hot fire burn them up, fire burn them up, burn them out of Ethiopia land. Hot fire burn them up, fire burn them up, fire burn them out of Ethiopia land. Me say fi go away, Babylonia. Me say fi go away, Babylonia. Babylon, you must get a big sugar land. Babylon, you must get a big sugar thunder. Babylon, you must get a big sugar earthquake. When the sky Babylon, you must get a big Babylon, you must Babylon must get a big I see the wonder where the white boy they know the way. And I want ya know I see the wonder where the white boy they know the way. And I want ya know. Hot fire burn them up, fire burn them up, fire burn them up like Ethiopia land. Hot fire burn them up, fire burn them up, fire burn them out of Ethiopia land. Me say fi go away, Babylonia. Me say fi go away, Babylonia. Babylon, you must get a big Babylon, you must get a big yonder. Babylon must get a big I said I wonder where the white boy them know the way. I said I wonder where hot fire burn them up, fire burn them up, fire burn them out of Ethiopia land. Hot fire burn them up, fire burn them up, fire burn them out of Ethiopia land. Me say fi go away, Babylonia. Me say fi go away, Babylonia. Babylon, you must get a big Babylon must get a big Babylon. Earthquake is fine. Babylon, you must get a big Babylon must get say the wonder where the white man can know the way. I say the wonder where the white man can know the way. Hot fire, burn them out, burn them out, burn them out. Hot fire, burn them out, fire, burn them out, burn them out. Specific way, Babylonia. Specific way, Babylonia. Babylon, you must get a big sugar like me. Babylon, you must get a big sugar yonder. Babylon, you must get a big sugar earthquake. Babylon, you must get a big sugar flag. Babylon must get a big sugar yonder. Babylon must get a big sugar earthquake. I say, no.
mindset. Me I tell you, mindset.
Blessed love, pleasant good morning. Yeah, man, or pleasant good evening in a certain place in the world right now. It's morning here, early morning. It's 10 minutes to the hour of 1 a.m. And I want to greet the item in the divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, also Empress Menin I, Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I Jah, Rastafari. Another day, and we above ground. And not no greater than that, no matter what go on. So we give thanks for our ultimate position, which is life. Yeah, man. Manners and honors to everyone that is here with us right now. Great to see the item here, and it's great to be here. You know, no place is better than where we are right now. You see me? Yes, so give thanks again. Yes, sir. So we there to look upon historical event, I would say, seeing that took place, and it happened to I and I as a people. So we just go reflect, seeing, and check some, check the history. You see me? Check the history of some of the brethren that were in charge in Jamaica at the time when the Bad Friday Coral Garden incident took place. Yeah, man. So that we there for look upon today. Alright. And we give thanks the Sabbath going through, said we, is a double Sabbath for I and I. Zane going through right now. For Bobo Shanti, Zane, for the rest of the world. But as Bobo, we are observing, I and I is observing a double Sabbath right now. You see me? Yeah. The resurrection of the Christ, is dawning. Yeah, man. So we give thanks for, I and I, father and mother said we, Yeah. Yeah, we give thanks, I and I, father and mother, that bring us forth, in this world, yeah, where there is so much calamities and so much corruption, so much negative, but at the same time there is a lot of positive. There's a lot of positive that is happening. So we have to create the world that we want to see. Yeah, even though so much things are happening around us. Yeah, man, but we just steadfast and keep focus, said we, on our goals that we have set. Yeah. So as I said, we there have to look on the Bad Friday Coral Garden, which is a real tragic situation. You see me? But before we get into that, we want some more people for forwarding on the live, and yeah, we can start sharing, and tonight is every night is a call-in program, you see me? Every night the phone line is open and ones can call in and, you know, share, you know, their perspective on what we're dealing with tonight, you know, which is why the Rastafari community is so disliked, or was so disliked by Bustamante, you know, on a Jamaica past prime minister. I think the first prime minister of a independent Jamaica. You know, why the Rastafari community was so hated by that man. You know, what have Rasta have done to him, you know. But really, you know, really checking his background, you know, really looking into his background, you could see why, you know. You could see why someone like him would hate. Yeah, would hate Rastafari, you know. Yeah, and African people. Yeah, because when you check his background, he wasn't an African man, you know. So of course, the, you know, interests of the Africans and the island didn't concern him. You know, it was more his surrounding, you know, the people who he's associated with and so on, you know. But for African people, black people on the island at the time, you know, them never have no interest in that, you know. Their interest was only, you know, to have black people in slavery, you know. Yeah, but he's a virgin. When you check his background, his mother was a mixed race lady. Didn't really say much about his father, you know, his ethnicity. You know, I'm thinking that, you know, it's similar. It's probably similar to his mother. You know, when you really look on him, his features, you know, you wouldn't think that you know, him have a African father, you know, or a black father. You know, could see that he might have a mixed race, you know, eye color, skin, father, you know, just the same as his mother. So, you know that, you know, he's not African. Yeah, he's not African. You know, him you could call a real Jamaican. You know. Yeah, man, he's a real Jamaican, that, you know, Irish, English, and, you know, all of that mix up. So, you know, him a real Jamaican. Bustamante, real Jamaican, that. You see, man? Yeah, man, real Jamaican. And when I say real Jamaican, I mean that, you know, the people who came to Jamaica and take over by murdering them one another, you know, Europeans, you know, because Spaniards was there. Then came the English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh. All of them mix up together. All of them are settlers, you know. Them are the real Jamaicans. Not the Africans. You know, the Africans could never be Jamaicans. You know, leopard don't change its spot. No matter what I go on. You see me? You could come on the island 1 million years ago from Africa. Don't make you Jamaican. You see me? No, none at all. So the real Jamaicans them was the Scottish and the English and the Welsh. You know, they were the real Jamaicans. You understand? Because the indigenous people who were there before, you know, Africans came there, them never even see themselves as no Jamaicans. You know, is Europeans came with that title and tagged them themselves. You know, through them say them claim the territory and they have discovered it. So, you know, them change the name and name it Jamaica. But the Tainos and the Arawak and them indigenous people, them never call it no Jamaica. You see me? European to that. So them are the real Jamaicans. You see me? So Bustamante, as I say, yeah, them man, they are the real Jamaicans. So I guess you know, them man they ain't have no interest. You know, the Africans them on the island, they really. You know, especially when them not see eye to eye. You know? Them not deal with the same thing. Yeah. But when I check the Virgin, you can see say early the Virgin left from the island and went to Spain. Where he went to Spain and grew up in Spain, went to school in Spain. Now we know that you know, these European countries, you know, they're racist. And we just go and call a spade a spade. We're not going to go around or sugarcoat anything. You know, place like Spain and Portugal and England and Germany and Italy and you just name them. You understand? Them know say I true me attack. So them not feel upset for me. I say, boy, them racist. They know it's true. See? So for a virgin like him now, go there so and grow up and go to school and, you know, all of them tendency and, you know, him would develop them type of attributes there, you know? Yeah. Because then again, him don't look like him is African. Not at all. Him look like a white man. You know, so him could easily well go to Spain and them place there and grow up and go to school and don't have any issue. You understand? And then could come back and be Prime Minister in Jamaica. But looking at the Virgin record, the Virgin been locked up and in a run-ins with police. Everywhere him go. More than 10 times. See? I mean, I say, boy, you know, because you're in run-ins with the police, you're a criminal. But 5 out of 10 times, you know, you entangle with the police, you must be up to some form of criminal activities, man. You must be in some form of runnings. You see me? Police not just a target you, sir. Police have, I'm sure the police have better things to do. You see me? So, them days, it's not like people did a profile, police did a profile, white man or white looking man anyway. But everywhere, cause this virgin did even dep on manslaughter, murder charge. You see me? Murder charge, and him escape half of it. More than one time, as me say, him in run-ins with the police. Him even get locked up one at a time up at Up Park camp for a couple of months. So his track record and his background with the run-ins with the justice system at the time, he would classify as a criminal today. He would classify as a criminal, man. He would have gotten a criminal record by now. With all them run-ins there, and you know what I mean? Yeah, man. So when we really check for him background, Bustamante, it is surprising that him really became prime minister for the island. Even a lot of people at the time were surprised, based on his background and him running and all of them something. Even though him do a whole thing to segue where it would appear that him, he's for the people, but him was more for the working class people in Jamaica. You see me? More for the working class, the uptown, white people in Jamaica. Yeah. It wasn't for the people who have it hard. He wasn't for that. So you would say why him never like the Rastafari community. You could see why. You see me? Me say yeah man, manners and respect to everyone there in the chat room. Good to see the item here. Alright. Afro Diaspora News. Manners and honors. Natty Reed, bless up yourself. Black Madonna. Honors and manners. Ethiopian World Federation. 7 Star. Who that? Jadine. Bless up yourself, Honorable Empress Jadine. Empress Brandy. Honorable Majesty Javan. Prophet Alan. Fitness. Yeah, everyone are there with us. You know what I mean? Paul G. Neo Hernandez. Manners and honors. Good to see everyone there with us. If the item could please push the like button on the video, would appreciate of that. The more like on the video, YouTube said it do something to the algorithms that they promote and recommend the video to other viewers. So if the item could please push the like button so we can get other viewers to see the video while it's broadcasting live right now. Would appreciate of that, Yeah, man. So manners and respect, as I say, it's a call-in program tonight. Then ones can call in and share their perspective on the commemoration of Bad Friday, the anniversary or the memorial, whichever way they are, them look at it. We just there and we are, just a look forward or a look back, you see me, pan the whole thing, because the whole thing happened and I think why this laptop does a restart again. What go on? We need to have our own technology, because a long time I turn on a laptop here and it I don't know. I just see it a restart like me do something to it. But yeah, we just reflect. So me I say, it take Jada, think you frighten me. Yeah. So we just reflect pan the whole thing. We have a whole thing to go through. But as I say, it's a call-in program, so one can call in and share whatever they want to share. I say, it's a message. I said, boy, them don't say Bustamante as a national hero. See, I don't know if he was I don't know if he was a hero in the first place, much less even be national still. But there you go. That is Jamaica for you. Some of the people in Jamaica, them behave frightened more while, them behave like frightened Friday, them frightened for certain things. You see me? So all a man like him, through them frightened for all in colour there. Then just give him a national hero title and say, go on, you are first and you are one of the best. You see me? Yeah, I saw them of them man there some high regard. You know what I mean? Some high regard, and what they have really done. What they have really done for the people and the island of Jamaica. What them really do to benefit the people. How has the people benefit from them being, such a high profile individual. How has the people benefit from that? Them alone benefit from all of that. You see me? And then again too, when I really check it, how him become prime minister is shocking. Look upon him, looking at his record is shocking, man. But here one of the thing, You see, here one of the thing where with this virgin, him say boy he was against colonialism. He was fighting against colonialism. I don't know how that. Cause as far as I know, based on the research, he was later Sir, Sir Alexandra Bustamante. So he was knighted by the British monarch or the English monarch. See? which was, you know, the forerunner in colonialism. Yeah, the forerunner. Yeah, man, England. When it come to colonialism, them are the boss, them are the general in a colonialism. England. And England knight him. Why England knight him? Because he were bringing out England orders and duties that was bestowed upon him as someone as a prime minister, you know, governing a Commonwealth island for England. You see me? Even though them said Jamaica was independent at the time. Him did govern a Commonwealth island for England. So him was upholding the colonial stance in a Jamaica. That is what he represented. He represent colonialism. Yeah, man, him represent colonialism, and when me read, me see them say, boy, he was against colonialism, which is quite confusing. Contrary, not confusing, contrary. Yeah. I don't know how serious. Yeah, I don't know how him them say him did against colonialism. I don't get it. You know, it don't make no sense to I still. You see me? Don't make no sense to I, but I guess the people them will put out these type of information, them have them agenda still. You know? Them have them agenda. Because I think what he have done would have make journalists, whether left wing or right wing, I don't know which wing. You see me? They would want to put that narrative in there. Because him the wickedness what him do, you know, against Rastafari people in a Jamaica. Them have somehow try to put some things, you know, in his biography to make it look like, say, boy, you know, he wasn't all that wicked, you know. Him was for, you know, him was against colonialism. Hell no, he wasn't against no colonialism. He was a big part of it. You see me? Man, I got a Cuba. Man, I got a Cuba and turn police in a Cuba. You see me? Age 21, he was a policeman in a Cuba. I believe that. Bustamante. So when him take post as prime minister in a Jamaica, yeah, one of the worst thing him could have ever do. Order his police force, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, yeah, to go out and bring in Rastas dead or alive. For why? Why would you? Because the Rastaman them or the Rastafari community in Jamaica, they were citizens of Jamaica, regardless of their cultural outlook, you know, how them identify themselves, you know, as being, you know, African and not being Jamaican. They were still citizens of the island of Jamaica because they were born there. See? They were born there. And for you to declare and decree that the police force of Jamaica should bring in Rastas, dead or alive, that is some serious thing. What the Rasta them could have really do so. What the Rasta them could have really do so. That you'd want to issue such such a decree, upon the community. Bring in all Rasta, dead or alive. Wow. That is some serious thing. What we are talking about? We are talking about 1962, 1963, in those timing. Yeah. What Rasta could have done so, against the government of Jamaica. No, what Rasta could have really do so. What them say the Rasta them do? What did they say the Rasta them do? Cause I don't know what the Rasta them did do. What did really happen? Alright, what them say the Rasta them do? Them say on April 11, according to a police report, a group of Rastafarian armed with spears me just read this. Serious? I can't believe it. I just read it. What the thing say a while ago? A group of Rastafarians armed with not machine gun, not pump rifle, not Glock 45, see? Not no German Luger, not no Smith and Wesson, not just some spears. Spears. The man them were armed with spears. The rest them did arm with spears, like bone and arrow and, spear and back in the ancient of days. Spears. And them never armed with no gun, Alright. What them say now? Hatchet and machete. Okay, so the man them did have a hatchet and machete, they say, and set fire to a gas station as a part of an attempt robbery. Okay. A skirmish result between the Rastafarian and the police who arrived at the gas station. Hold on now. So, you never have mobile phone in them time there. I don't know what type of telephone was even being used at that time. See? So you want to tell me, say, the Rastaman them set this gas station on fire. See? And then they were there waiting for the police them to turn up. That don't make no sense. Today that can't make no sense to me. You see me? That can't make no sense. I can't say the rest of them alright, we are going to burn down this place then. Alright, Zane, if that are the case. We not no time I wait for police to turn up. For what? Police now have gun on them thing, man. Police have gun on them somewhere. And we have spear. Huh? Anyway, I'm going to continue reading. A skirmish result in a Rastafarian and the police who arrive at the gas station result in the death of 3 Rastaman, 2 policemen, and 3 civilians also on the scene. A separate account published in the Public Opinion and supported by relative of Radolph Franklin as well as Cyrus, Professor Horace Campbell, asserted that the violence at the gas station was the result of previous conflict between Franklin and other Rastafarian in the area on the one hand, and the police and property owner on the other. So, really and truly, it's always been a issue where the Rastaman or the Rastafari community is located. I think, just reflecting back. The Rastas was on a plantation or a specific in a Montego Bay there. The Rast them they dep on a piece of place where some other people did want, That kind of really start the whole thing, that start the conflict. You see me? Them a try get off the Rast them off a place. Think if I'm remembering correctly, that start the whole thing. You see? Really nothing so much to do with gas station and them thing they are just after, aftermath, from the original conflict. You see me? So and so three Ras dead, 2 policemen and couple civilians. Then and April 12th. Then and April 12th, Good Friday. See? True, today a Good Friday still why we them say today a Good Friday anyway. So Prime Minister Alexander Bustamante gave an order to bring in all, not some, all, not some, all Rastas, dead or alive. Wow. That is a national hero there, that them claims him is a national hero. See? A national hero want the people who are citizens. The only difference from the Ras them upon the island is just because the Ras them say Haile Selassie are God, and them eat different and them everything different still. But other than that, them were still citizens of Jamaica. And there them born there. But this clever guy, Bustamante, decided that he would declare that all Rasta, all, Him never say leave the woman them, and take all of the man them, Him never say leave the youth them and take all of the man them, no. Him say all Rasta. You see me? All Rasta for come in, dead or alive. Yeah, man. All Rasta for come in, dead or alive. Yeah. All Rasta, the man say. See, all of the Rasta them. Bring them in, dead or alive. Yeah. That the man say. You see me? That the man say. Bring them in, dead or alive. Yeah. For what? What really happened? What really happened? Them go there and mess around the rest of them. And the rest of them have to arm themselves with spears. See? Rest them defenseless, Defenseless. And what? Because some little rich guy who can control the little belly police them in a Jamaica, corrupt police. You see me? Some licky, hungry belly police guys. And a them go there and a perplex the rest them. A them go there and a perplex the rest them, you know. And the rest them never have no other option more than them have to defend themselves. And where it boil down to? It boil down to a 3 rest lose them life. You see me? 3 rest lose them life. Serious. Blessed love Empress Queen Bee. Honors and manners. 3 rest. Yeah. Just because one man feels through him in a position, yeah, him in a position of governance, you know. All British police, the man draft, you know, English police. I guess at the time, they could have been classified as such. Anyway, Jamaica did just when Jamaica get independence, 62. You know, so just get independence. Nothing had really changed. You know, it was the same. Cause look, 2023 and the same system still around. The only thing the people them get wickeder and more corrupt. You see me? But at that time, nothing has changed. Nothing would have changed. It was the same colonial structure that was still in place. Nothing was relinquished. You see me? Nothing never changed. So, the same colonial racist, because he had to be a racist to decree such thing. Bring them in dead or alive. Bring them in dead or alive. You'd have to be a devil. You'd have to be. Whether you want to accept it or not, you'd have to be a devil to make such decree. Bring them in dead or alive. And look pan them coward police there, pan the picture. Coward them, you know. Look how much of them. Around one little Rasta man. Look how much of them. Cowards. See? Abusing their position. Abusing their position. And all them never even know better because them just get a job for dress up in some look good uniform. So them feel good for dress up in some look good uniform. You see me? And can express their false authority and, you know, the civilians of the island of Jamaica. Gladys Knight and the Pips. So them did glad for do something like that. Glad for do something like that, man. Yeah. They're glad, you know, glad. Police get that they out of there. What? Bring them in dead or alive? Oh my God. Just imagine how much Ras lose them life within that era there. Imagine. That was like, you know, when you declare a state of emergency. Yeah, man, state of emergency. Bring in all Rastas, dead or alive. State of emergency. Yeah, man. You see me? Bring them in dead or alive. And it's only a wicked could do something like that. Only a wicked. Because what did the Rasta them did? What did the Rasta man them do? Rastas at the time, the Rastafari community at the time was something different for the people on the island. It was something different, man. You see me? Something that the people them could relate with. Because who weren't being oppressed couldn't relate with the Rastafari community. They couldn't relate with them. Black Star Movements Association. Blessed love, my lad. Yeah. They couldn't relate with the Rastafari community. You know, because, you know, they weren't being, them never did go through no sufferation, you know. High class society people. Them not go through none. So when Rastafari birthed in Jamaica, of course it was a change, it was a difference. It was a big difference. Going against the status quo. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's because of sufferation. And the fight, because them never have to declare bringing Rasta dead or alive, you know. Them did always do that from a long time anyway. You see me? It's just when two policemen dead now, I say, what? Rasta them bad, man. Scrape up all of them. Scrape up every single one of them. So you know how much man, you know how much Ras who never get murder, you know how much Ras them trim. You know how much Rasta man. You know how much Rasta man. You know how much Rasta man them cut off them locks, who them never kill? Countless, man. Countless amount of Rasta man. Them cut off them locks, who them never kill. That trauma. that trauma. A man a cut off all your locks with grass buckle, you know. Glass buckle. Not even say boy at decency as a scissors then, but what with all a broken buckle. Yeah. From that era there, that become like a ripple effect from 62 going onwards. See? And now when His Majesty came to Jamaica in 66, they still didn't stop. All when His Majesty came there. And you see His Majesty came there in that same very month. In that same very month, the month that we're in now, April. That same very month. "11 days after the anniversary of it, His Majesty came to Jamaica. Music Depot, honors and manners, warm welcome. Yeah. Now when His Majesty came and recognized the Rastafari community, the people who is called by His name, all when the King of Kings came, that didn't change anything for them. They still went on persecuting the Rastafari community. They still, up until even this day, this very day, probably not in Jamaica, probably in Jamaica too, but they're still perpetuating the same sin against the Rastafari community up until today. And Coral Garden is not the only incident, you know. Don't forget Bakawal. Coral Garden is not the only incident. Don't forget Bakawal. See? Don't forget Bakawal. Yeah, man. That happened too. That take place. Yeah. How them bulldozer the Rastafari community down at 54B Spanish Town Road. We forget that? We can't forget that. That took place also. Not only Coral Gardens. Not only Coral Gardens. You see me? The only thing with that is you did have some dreads that was politically motivated and aligned. Also, just like when we were talking about Judas last night on the program there. I'm going to have to republish that program. I think YouTube has restrict certain regions, from seeing that video. So I think I'm going to have to republish it and put it back. I think there's a couple of videos that I need to do like that. And I didn't really want to go offline, go off the topic. But since I mentioned last night, let us just say this and clear up this little thing here, because so a virgin sent me a message after the program last night. I don't think he had watched the program, because the message that he sent me a message like I didn't know what I was talking about on the program. I think from the thumbnail, he was just looking at the thumbnail, and he didn't watch or listen to the program, And he was sending me some scriptures and things. But what I was talking about last night about the virgin them crucifying Christ, seeing, I was really paraphrasing from John, from that chapter. That is the chapter I was really paraphrasing from. Seeing? Paraphrasing, meaning that, I'm sure they them know what that means anyway. You see it? But this virgin has sent me some things. I'm grateful said we still, but me no want a man to come go and like say boy them know more than everybody else. You know what I mean? We're on a journey, we're all learning. You see me? But I know whatever I was speaking about, me know about what me talk about. That's something when me read countless times. So me never even did have to quote anything. I could just paraphrase through the whole chapter, because I've read it so many times. I understand what it said. You see me? But some man now, they're not supporting what I and I do, and them want I and I to support what they're doing. This is the thing. They're not supporting. See? And me no want some little guy, because listen, my seed is not for sale, So me no want some little guy who itch up with some white woman. Zine, we itch up with some white woman. You don't compare yourself to I, please don't try size up on yourself with I, because none of my seed them is for sale. A white woman now go get my seed them. And me attack that without any apology. So me no want some little man who in a them element zine with them Rasta against Rasta type of thing, where each up with white man. Listen me, you just lift up, you not approach me none at all, virgin. Me different from you, Okay, me just want to say that none of my seed them on for sale. You know, go hear no Star youths them and no mixed race. Because I not sell my seed them. You understand? So I want some little Jamaican guy who classify themselves as Rasta and try size up themselves with I. Seeing? And I don't do it. Alright, so let me just dep on where we're supposed to dep on you now. See, some man come send me scriptures like, come on, yo, me read all of them something there already. Where you go come tell me? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. I mean, I say, boy, I know everything, but when I say, you can't tell me nothing. See, because I know nothing like something new a man come try to tell me. You know, worse you where you breed up white man, you can't come chat to me. Don't come chat to me. You go one side. You know what I mean? You go one side. And especially when you're doing it in Africa. The judgment, if you get your boy, you come send man message. Don't do that again. So anyway, you see, because some people out of order, you know. Some people out of order. And me know where it come from. I know where that little vibe that come from. The thing is, you see when me cut you off, you get cut off, you know, because there's a reason why you would end up being cut in half, you know. So I don't want some little guy I sniff around because them can't, you know, they can't reach me again. You know, you lost that privilege. So because you lose that privilege, they eye them the one side and I congregate and, you know. So nobody come approach me with no semantics. You understand? Oh, on a Christ them crucify a Jesus. Man, go away. You're an idiot, man. You say you're an idiot. You say you're an idiot. What do you think, sir? Jesus and Christ, I said man in the Bible them talk about. So when you come tell me as a say you a Rasta and I come talk about a Jesus and a man go one side, a semantics you deal with. I'm not into that. You see me? None of that. You come attack, you try to talk down to me like you think I'm stupid, like you know. You see me? A man for go, man. So man no need for come out of Africa. We wanna breed up white woman and I bring in Africa. We wanna Jamaican. It's yo. Anyway. So as me I say, it wasn't only Coral Garden that took place. You see me? And the atrocity and the Rastafari community. You know, also the first Bobo Shanty camp at 54B Spanish Town Road. See? And here what the thing now. The same government that Bustamante was a part of is the same government that come back again and do that. Are the same government that come back again and lick down back a wall. That can't be no coincidence, you know. That can't be no coincidence. That can't be no coincidence. The same JLP government, the same JLP party that bring out the worst atrocity against the Rastafari community. See? the JLP party in Jamaica. Yeah, them lick down back a wall. Because what? As I say, it's always something to do with land, Because them licking down back a wall is them wanted to build up Tivoli Garden. Them a lick down back a wall was to build up Tivoli Garden. I know it wasn't solely just about the land. See, and look today. Look today. Them be this. How may I tell you, say, you see? Sometimes I have to laugh. But you look today, the same Tivoli Garden. Seeing where them run out Rastaman out of is a volatile community today. Volatile. Seeing? Volatile. Enough people can't do better while they're still in that community. And you would think, sir, and no disrespect now to the people within the community. I don't want to get me wrong. See? But you would think, sir, after them run with the Rasta them half of the piece of plot there, see? You would feel, say, boy, yo, at the best community, I got judgment ball, put up round there, sir. You're not going to have crime and violence and them something there. You would feel say the best thing I go happen if you down there, sir. But you check the history of Tivoli Garden. You check the history of that judgment ball. Check the history. Check how much judgment ball man dead down at that. Check the history. The last time we hear them did a them wage war upon the community to get out the virgin there. What the virgin name? Christopher Coke. See? Otherwise known as the president, Dodos. And it's the same. The same government, the JLP government under Bruce Golding. That's all. Yeah, man. Same JLP government, man. Same JLP government. You know how much people lose them life when them go for Dodos? You know how much people lose them life? Them thought that when them get rid of the rest them, the place would be better. The place only get worse. You can't move God from the place and then expect say it's going to be better. You feel say you can move God out of I don't know how God make you move him still, but you feel say you can run where God from half of this and then it's going to be better off. You must be mad in you must be drinking mad puss piss, man. You must be. Can never be better off. Can never be better off. Can never be. Will never be. As long as Tivoli Garden dead, sir. A judgment down at that. remember me telling you. Me live in Jamaica for years. And it's always been judgment none of that. Always. You see me? Always. Why? Yeah, just karma, man. Retribution. You see me? Yeah. Retribution. You know? Reciprocating the same energy. And it does birth back pound. Yeah, man. It start with wickedness and it going end with wickedness. So them bulldozer, the Black Christ of Salvation camp, them bulldozer it. You see me? Mash down the camp. Yeah. For why? Why? Oh, them here say one bubble drop flesh and then at the camp and I smell up the place and all sort of things. Now this is just how backward. When I look upon the thing, is how backward the people is. Something like that happen. See? So them say anyway. Something like that happen. You don't go and go and reason with the rest of them. Go and reason with the bubba. And find out. But you don't do that. You don't do that. You go there with the intention, because you never have no intention for no reasoning for say, boy, all right, this is the situation. How can we assist the item? Because we hear of such and such go on, and you know what I mean, we want to assist the item as citizens of the island of Jamaica. An intelligent group of people would have do something like that to see how them can aid and assist the bridging them a backawa. But them never do that. Them come with destruction and desolation. You see me? That them come with. Bulldozer, mash down the place. Them never come to talk about how we can help. Because that wasn't the intention. The intention was to build Tivoli Garden there. And these guys were squatters and we have to get them off of the land. Because them occupy a very, call it now, a very decent place. And we could do much better with this place where them occupy right now. We could make a lot of money from it. You see me? We could make a lot of money. Yeah. And that is what they did. That is what they did. You see me? So some of the things them that we see took place down at them place there. Not surprised that things turn out the way it turn out. Because what has happened is them take craft the counsel against the Lord and his anointed, saying, and I will break their sons and cast away their cards away from us. That is what happened. Craft the counsel. Them take. See? And in the end, we all see what happened. We all see what happened. Under the JLP government, them send Ronita Adams, see, for wage war against the local not indigenous, but the local people. The government, the JLP government, Tivoli Garden is their constituency. And them send one of the wickedest policemen go down there for wage war. What type of something is that? I don't understand. That's why politics, it's serious. I don't understand it. You see me? I don't understand. You'd want to make your constituency the best. You know? Not crime infested and corruption and, you know. Nah, man. But this is how, you know, you see the people I think the people supposed to wake up by now. You know, wake up by now. Wake up, check the history, see what they done to the races that were there. You know, just so them who occupy, you know, that land space now, you know, them could dead and have somewhere for shelter, but of the expense of the Bobo Shanti camp. Yeah, man, of the expense of that. See, now we hear some dreads about the place, them brag and boast. The dread them that were politically aligned with these political parties. We hear how them brag and boast, how, you know, them beat and kick up Bobo and all of them thing there. Dreads. Yeah. Who were working for the KGB and the CIA. You see what type of operation, because that was a big infiltration of the Rastafari movement. You know. By them dreaded there, you know. Later on, cut off them locks and all sort of things. Big infiltration. Big infiltration. Big infiltration. We have to check the history, you know, because enough of man them, you know. Enough prominent. I don't want to go off of it. I know two want to go off of the topic with when we have to say, you know. But watch out, enough prominent so-called Rasta, big infiltrator. You hear me tell you? That when His Majesty meet them, His Majesty send back word and say, yo, send the right people them coming, man. Send the right people them come because it look like some of them 1 year them something wrong with them. So send the right people them come next time. Big infiltrator within the movement of Rastafari. We have to check the history and study it properly, you know. Yeah, man. Study it properly and see where the infiltration is coming from. So, Coral Garden, Bacawal, are something where we never ever go and forget about. We never ever go and forget about them two incidents there. See? 3 Rastaman lose them life. All for what? Some colonial guy want to run them off of one piece of land in a Montego Bay. You see, it's always piece of land. It's always something to do with land. Always something to do with land. You see me? Always something to do with land. It's not the after some of the things them were happen afterwards. Take the attention from the real reason behind the situation. You see me? Yeah, man. Yeah, land is power. That is for real. So that's why we tell our brothers and sisters them now. Say, yo, Africa, go there and get piece of land. Lego the small island. You see me I say? Lego the small island because the people them were up on the small island will govern it. Them is for the colonial. Them is not for the people. You know, they're for the colonial. So all of the incident them, from the Coral Garden to the Bacawal, it was all about land. It was all about land, my people. Wanted Rasta off the land. You see me? And they would do anything to get Rastafari people off the land. Yeah, man, they will kill them just to get the land. Yeah. Now, I've been observing and I see, I don't know if it's conscience. I don't know if it's conscience or it's just someone trying to be sly and crafty and cunning. Zin? Because 2017, I think, the Jamaican government have issued an apology saying the Rastafari community in Jamaica said, boy, you know, so apology can't work. You know, empty words alone can't work. So there been a compensation, a reparation scheme that I think issue over 70,000 US, if I'm reading correctly. See me? 70,000 US. Yeah. which I think must work out to be about 10 million or something like that. 10 million Jamaican. But yeah, I don't know who is moving Sly. But by the way, I want to tell the item we are about 10 more minutes left on the program here. See, and it's not gonna be a long one tonight. Since no one have called me so far, we are gonna seal up within the next 10 minutes. But I don't know who is trying to be sly or if it's their conscience. But we see that same party, same political party, is now agitating for reparation. Same political party in Jamaica. And I see that party now is very close to, I wouldn't say the Rastafari community, I would say Rastafari artists. They are very close to some of the Rastafari musicians. Very close. I don't know what is it they're getting at. Zane, why they are drawing so close. And now they're agitating. Say, boy, them want to claim the compensation and reparation money. See? After them, over so much years, up and even till today, is still working for the crown of England. Still carrying out them colonial ruling up until today. It was the other day, I think it was last year sometime, we saw Prime Minister Andrew Holness came and visit the King of England, or to be King of England. Just the other day. Not long ago. You see me? So we know the ties with Jamaica and England is still very strong. Still very strong. So, I don't know if the party is trying to be sly by now agitating Zane for compensation and reparation. I don't hear them talk about repatriation. I only hear the party talk about the money. Only the money. See? Only the money. But as we witness another Bad Friday anniversary, yeah, we hope and pray that, tangible change, tangible change will really take an effect, where Rastafari, the community is concerned, globally. I hope we can see some tangible change, as we reflect and, such atrocity, such ordeal, land, all of the thing them, land. So I hope we can make a serious change now and see how important land is. Because them would kill out Rasta out of Jamaica just for land. See, there are some bush when nobody not there, them Rasta there, them want the piece of land. So I hope we can look towards creating some real tangible change, seeing where we can leave from off of the island of Jamaica and go home to Africa and secure, a piece of land. Because land is power and it is important. See? We don't want to be a people or a nation without land. Okay? And Jamaica is not our place. Jamaica is not our land. Jamaica is for the Arawak and Taino Indians. That's their land. Okay? So we must not forget that. Alright? So as we hold fast, said we, and remembering, what happened, to us as a people, we just we give thanks, that we have passed the worst. You see me? But the battle not over yet. Yeah, the battle is not over yet. And the battle is not won yet. You see? Yeah, but while we're there and we can do certain things, let's make a while the sun shine. Alright? Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, man, give thanks, for I and I, Father and Mother of creation, King Alpha and Queen Omega. The first without last. The beginning without end. Yeah, man. We give thanks to the Black Christ in flesh. The spotless Lamb. Yeah, who, gave his life, yeah, give him life for the atonement of this sinful world, Yeah, man, we give ISIS. Yeah, we give ISIS. Some virgin in South Africa hear me all attack, one of them I say, that is Western or Western theology. But we are used what we have, We are a people that's been taken out of our inhabitant, so we're growing. We give thanks. So peace and love, honorable family, manners and respect. And more love, more strength. Yeah, man. Most I be a lamp, and to I and I part. Yeah, man, be a lamp. So more love, more strength, honorable family. I will there later on. I might have a program in the day. Probably about 2 o'clock UK time tomorrow or later today. Alright, so manners and respect again, peace and love, royal art of Sabbath, 4 wings to our Sabbath angel.
For thousands of years, humans have been searching, studying the plants around us, working to create herbal healing solutions, blended with the best from Mother Nature, a gateway to healing and a better life. This is the answer.
Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video.